The fucking shit. Cut it out, cord. Fall in.
That's all the words I know. Tequila from Costa Rica. I gotta tell you, best friends.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry for anyone that watches on YouTube. I figured out what was wrong. The setting was wrong. Starting over.
Mamacita, te necesito. Soy ebrio. That's all the words I know. Tequila from Costa Rica. I gotta tell you, best friends, you are my fucking best friends. Seriously, it's like the best night ever. This song, I'm really feeling this song. This song, fucking best song ever.
What up? It's January 11th. It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. We're sitting here in our respected rooms in front of our respected computers and our respected microphones, wearing our respected blue Connecticut hoodies, and we're here to talk to you about the most recent sports updates, weird news. We got NFL scores. It's going to be a fun day. What's up, Jake? How you doing?
You're a liar.
What'd I lie about?
I think you're scared about your day today.
Oh, no. I love Fridays.
I think you got a lot going on in your home, Steve.
No. Good.
You got a sick lady? You're worried about it overtaking yourself?
She's feeling better. She's going to her third and last chiropractor trip today, and she doesn't have work today.
Okay.
So don't have to worry about driving to and fro. Fridays are good days.
I mean, normally, I'm just saying, I think you're in a different world right now. I feel it. That felt like you were talking through your teeth to me and the people, and that's not what we want. We want you, dog.
No.
Pretty
I'm excited.
Recognizable signature.
What's that?
Randy Jackson. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. Woke up. You know what? I have sweatpants on right now, and I feel dressed down. I have played mental games with myself where I put on real pants, and then I feel like I got dressed for the day.
I mean, what are real pants?
Jeans, khakis.
Yeah.
You know, like suit pants.
Just throw on a khak. I'll appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sweats right now too, and I might be a little hot, but I don't have a buffer area, so this might just be like 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off episode for myself.
Nice. Yeah, I plan on going for like a little run walk after this. So I was like, I'll just put the sweats on now before I do it. I'll be good. Be golden.
What's the weather on the island for those that tune in to find out the
weather on the island? It was cold yesterday, super windy. It's 25 degrees right now, and it's going to be under 30 all day. Wow, that run's going to suck. It's supposed to snow on Sunday here. The island never gets snow, but right. Katie is a California girl, and she is so excited for snow. I don't know if I said this last time. It was like hailing, and it like went on the ground, but it wasn't snow. It was just kind of ice.
Right.
And she was so excited, and Luke and I were like, that's not snow. And she was like heartbroken. She was like, shut up. Just let me like have my fun.
Right.
But it is exciting to watch her get excited about the snow.
Sure.
She's like a little kid because she never had snow come to her. She always had to drive to Tahoe or whatever and go visit the snow.
Tahoe. Come to me, snow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually upset we don't. Like, I understand the burden of snow, and everyone hates it. But I like 1 to 3 good snowstorms a winter.
Oh yeah, we've got some flurries live in Denver right now.
Ooh, I'm horrified. Nice. How was your day yesterday? Do anything good?
That was my day yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. Watched some basketball. Watched my UConn men. living that dub life. I guess that's tri-state news. I caught the end of that Michigan-Illinois game everyone was talking about that we'll be talking about a lot more. Biggest news of the day. Yeah, that's about it. Charged a couple Lime scooters, Jim. I'm a freaking 2019 thrifty guy.
I don't know what that means. What are Lime scooters?
So they're the scooters that you've seen in any city? Question mark.
I haven't been in a city in a while, but I guess communal scooters, like City Bike, but scooters. City
Bike with scooters. There's like 4 companies now that have electric scooters set up in cities, and it's dude, if you're heading within like a 1.5 mile radius, and obviously not taking like major roads, it's like $2 and you get to ride a scooter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sweet, but yeah, I reading one of those articles, some lawyer who does all these side stuff to make extra money. He's like, I charge scooters. There's apps where you can take pictures of stuff, and they give you like 10 cents per picture. So I figured I'd try the scooter stuff.
You don't want to just go walking around taking pictures of everything? That sounds delightful. I'll help you out. I can take pictures.
I'm not a good picture taker.
No, you're calling?
Too short. The angles are all off.
Well, what about that time in Breckenridge when you stood up on the bench to take the picture?
Say Breckenridge again.
Breckenridge.
Your teacher would have been very disappointed with you on that one.
Breckenridge. My speech impediment came out? Fuck.
Yeah, I like standing on stuff.
Oh, yeah, you get taller. You get higher. I like standing on these shoes Katie bought me for Christmas. They're not standing in these shoes. I'm standing on these shoes. I'm probably 5'10" in them.
She give you a little extra heel?
She didn't realize how much extra heel she gave me.
Nice.
I'm basically my new boots. They're fancy, nice, like they're not Tim's, but they're like moon boots.
Okay.
I walk around the house and I'm just like, fucking right, Zimmer. I'm taller than you bitch. I got them right here. They're like a maroon.
Okay.
I'll hold them up for you. You can describe them for the people.
Okay. So, I mean, we'll start with brown, and then they're on the reddish brown maroon.
Yeah, I agree with.
Like you could wear those as at a semi-dressy event and get away with it.
If it's outdoor. The heel, I don't know if that goes for an indoor nice event.
It sticks out a little bit, yeah. I mean, if there was a little weather,
they're Clarks.
Clarks. Yeah, people love Clarks. Sponsored.
Thanks, Clarks. All right. My day, so I went to see that movie. I left the movie and saw a different movie because I can't watch cartoons. Just can't do it.
No.
Tried my hardest. Then I went and bought myself. I went and saw Mary Queen of Scots with my love of my life, Saoirse Ronan, whatever her name is, Saoirse Ronan.
Right. Emma.
Irish girl, yeah. Then I went, Bed Bath & Beyond was across the street, and I was like, all right, I got to get a food processor. Because I've been dealing with cheap food processors. One broke, and then one's my mom's from the 90s, and it started to act weird. I was like, I use a food processor probably 5 nights a week making my little banana thing. So I owe it to myself to get a nice food processor. Got that. Got some other cooking things. Cooked dinner for Katie. Then after dinner, she's feeling sick, so I had to go get her some Motrin to make her back feel better. She's like, get me some comfort snacks too. She's like, oh, give me some cookies. And I was like, come on. We've been both doing really good, like eating better. She's doing a lot of yoga. I'm doing my fake runs. Like, we can't bring cookies in this house. And she was like, okay, you're right. Because, like, I feel like the bad guy, but I was like, come on, we're doing good. So anyway, I go get her the Motrin, and I'm in the store, and I'm like, all right, I'll be nice now, and I'll get her like a little mini pack, like that little pack of like 6 cookies, you know? The store doesn't have those. So I have to buy a sleeve of cookies because now I've committed to buying her cookies to make her happy.
Right. You've already cracked the yes. You've already passed the yes or no part of the segment.
Yeah.
You've gone yes, and now it's to what degree.
So they only have like a sleeve of the Chips Ahoy, which are perfect because we were all hanging out the other day making cookies. And Katie said she loves Chips Ahoy, and Luke said he hates Chips Ahoy. And I was like, all right, great. Katie likes Chips Ahoy. I'll get this. I'll try my best not to indulge, right? But I'll have one on the ride home for sure. So I walk into the house. I hand Katie the Motrin. I show her the cookies. She goes, ugh, I hate Chips Ahoy. I said, I thought you loved Chips Ahoy. She said, no, Luke loves Chips Ahoy. I hate Chips Ahoy.
Mm.
All-time cookie trap. Now it's just me with a sleeve of Chips Ahoy cookies at night editing.
That's on you, dog.
It's all on me, but I was trying to do something nice, and then I just trapped myself into eating a sleeve of cookies.
Maybe how about this? You subconsciously knew that it was Luke that liked Chips Ahoy over Katie, and subconsciously you bought them knowing that Katie would say no, so you could have them.
I mean, I can't be held accountable for my subconscious, so I don't know what goes on there.
Some of the news stories we talk about, if they say that, it wouldn't hold up in the court of law. So,
well, I'm not in a court of law.
I'm
just a guy real mad at himself for trapping himself into eating a sleeve of cookies.
It's tough, man. I did it over the holidays, but I was happy with it, and I was fine with it because I was like, yeah, holidays. I
went crazy.
The part that sucked for me was, you hit it to a degree, and then you do some of the follow-up stuff. You go to the gym the next day. You're like, wow, ate 20 cookies yesterday. I'll work it off today. But then I got sick. And like I was telling you, I got sick, and I still gain weight when I get sick normally, because normally when I'm sick, I just don't do anything, but I still eat 90% of the same stuff. So the calories in, calories out is even more skewed. So basically I went on a double bender for a while. I'm starting to get back, but yeah, the cookie trap is so real. I mean, I told you I went into a borderline diabetic shock because of some cookies and some Swedish fish.
I don't even really like Chips Ahoy either. They're weird.
Yeah. Okay, Jimmy's conscious.
They're more of like I'll eat them. I'll eat tons of stuff I don't really like. If I had to choose Chips Ahoy, I bet there's probably 100 cookies I'd take over them.
100 cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Store brand.
Oh, no, only 20.
Okay. Name them. Name them.
Oreos. A lot of the flavors of Oreos, that probably counts for 5.
I'll give you another 2.
Okay. Those little thin ones, what are they called? The cookie thins, the cookie crisps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, what? You stumbled into something else interesting here. I won't let the people have you listen to you try to reel off 20 brands.
Are Nutter Butters cookies? Nutter Butters are good.
No, you're onto something though. What are those cookies that were like extremely popular? Like they had an amazing marketing campaign. They came in the little white bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude, when we were in high school, they like owned the cookie game.
Yeah, I don't know what they're.
And now we're blanking on the name of them.
I'm Googling thin cookies white bag. Nothing's coming up. Tate's. They're Tate's cookies.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
Milano.
Oh, Milanos are still popular. I'll take a Milano over Chips Ahoy. But I was thinking of Tate's.
We'll add it to your list. But I'm saying there was a time when Milanos were king. They did the whole like provocative marketing campaign where it's like people were sneaking Milanos and they were almost like sexy for a little bit because they were a skinnier cookie. Yeah. There was a time when Milano cookies were the thing.
Milanos are great for dunking into like coffee and hot chocolate and even milk. I think
not where I grew up.
I think Milanos are old. All right, so now we've talked cookies for a while.
Did
it. Let's go into some sports.
Your birthdays.
A day after eating 7 cheeseburgers, which included 3 eggs as toppings and about at least 10 patties, Cantor misses practice for being sick. Sweet eats, though, dude. New York Met Tim Tebow is engaged, which means New York Met Tim Tebow, if allegedly is a virgin, will lose his virginity to a Miss America. That's cool. The Devils lost to the Maple Leafs, and the Islanders beat the Rangers with a go-ahead goal with 1 minute and 26 seconds left. UConn snaps the skids by beating SMU 76-64. Jalen Adams led the way with 21 points. Thank God, because Jake said if that UConn lost that game, it would be D-E-D, dead. And CCSU, the Blue Devils, absolutely fucking dominated those poor dumb saps at Fairleigh Dickinson with a 103-96 victory. Nice try, Dickinson, you losers. Ooh. I got headphones over both ears today, so I've drowned out my hearing because Katie's not home, so probably a lot louder this episode than usual.
I mean, bless your heart.
Bless it.
Bless your heart. CCSU, Jim, double OT.
Yeah. Crushed them. Slaughter.
Scored 21 points in the second OT.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Well, Fairleigh Dickinson, they all got shin splints and cramps. But we don't care. We'll take the victory.
Oh, yeah. 3 guys with 24-plus points. Hughley, Krishnan, and Cole. Cole World can't get enough. Cole World with the triple-double, Jim.
Oh, yeah, and Hughley off the bench with 21.
So, yeah, everyone, when you see your buddies tonight or you bump into a friend this week and be like, wow, did you see that CCSU game?
Yeah. Go.
You believe Cole put up a triple-double?
CC!
S-Shoes?
S-Shoes.
What did I say?
I don't know. S-Shoes.
Jim, your boy, Tom Tebow.
Yeah.
You think he's settling?
Alleged virgin.
You don't think he is?
Yeah. I mean, I hope that he's not, is the thing.
Wow.
I hope he's not.
Why is that? Put that into words.
Because I understand it's part of his brand, and he makes tons of money from like Catholic or the church and churches and sponsorships, and he's a head figure for all that stuff. So I'm so fine with lying to make money. I'm like so okay with it.
Why does he have to be lying? Why can't it just be genuine?
If he is genuinely a virgin with the life he's led, then that's shitty. That sucks.
Why do you think that? You're saying it. You're not just saying why.
Because once he has sex, he's going to be like, oh, that was the big thing I didn't allow myself to do.
But it's with his one special person that God set for him to find on this planet.
Yeah, and she was fucking having sex since she was 12 years old. So.
Woo, child.
that was a good ooh, child. I don't really care either way, but if he's a weirdo. People who wait to weddings, weirdo. But he's in former Miss Universe, Demi Lee.
Yeah, 2017 though, so kind of got the dated model. I was pissed that you snagged this. Yeah, because I wrote this in the national news, and then I totally forgot he's part of the Mets, and it's great.
Tri-state area news is hurting for news sometimes. So when I saw that, you had
it's a good steal. It was an accurate steal.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when I thought about doing a Tim Tebow spiel, and I was going to end it with like, and yeah, he's a Met, and then I was like, damn it. But yeah, good for them. Maybe we'll see some bad boy Tim Tebow come out.
Dude, I actually like Tim Tebow a lot because I think he is. Like, I don't really get his life at all.
Right.
But maybe he is a virgin because he's so true to whatever he says he is. Like, he says he wants to be a starting quarterback in the NFL or nothing at all. Like, he had offers to go play college. He had offers to play, like, some other pro leagues. He had offers to be in the NFL at a different position. And he's just like – and I partially think he's an idiot. Because, dude, go get that. but I think you have to be respectful or kind of like impressed with his commitment to whatever he says. He says he's going to go play baseball, and he's like literally living the horrible life of a AAA baseball player.
He's doing it. And I mean, meanwhile, between that, he's on SEC Network and he does TV stunts and, like you said, all the church stuff. It's fun. I mean, you and I, if we wanted to, we could have a pretty good riff on Tim Tebow, but he really does like use all of his powers for good. Like there's,
I know. Whenever you see,
there's no black spot at all. Like the dude is basically Jesus.
I know. I used to think he was so lame and like make fun of him, and then people I met him, or people I knew met him, or like the Barstool guys would go meet him, and he or like candid social media videos, and he was just always a very genuine, like nice dude.
Yeah,
I was like
he thinks going on a mission trip to Africa or like the Far East is like part of what a person is supposed to do in their life. Like he genuinely is about that. So I don't know. Good.
He's played 3 years. He's played 3 seasons in minor league baseball. When he said he was going to play minor league baseball, no one would have guessed he'd grind out 3 years down there when he doesn't have to at all. It's a little bit admirable, a little bit like weird. And
I mean, for a guy with some money in the bank who gets to play baseball, I'm not going to give him a ton of leash. Like, I'm not going to give him a pat on the back for that. Like, hey, if I had Tim Tebow's bank account and I could play baseball for 3 years, I would do it.
I wonder, that is a good point. It's like fantasy camp for him. But yeah. I wonder if he's traveling on the bus and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, I'll go on a bus ride.
Yeah.
Play some ball.
What position does he play in? What position does he play in the outfield?
I'd assume right field, a little right field, left field. Usually put the guy with the good arm in right field, so maybe they don't. Hello.
Whoa. Crushing it today with your sound effects.
I got a soundboard over here.
He hit 734 OPS in 2018 in AA. Good shit. Hey, has gotten 0 intentional walks. Oh, wow. Only 1 sacrifice hit. For someone who's all about sacrifice and Jesus, you'd think he'd lay down some bunts more.
Right. Take one for the team instead of the good Lord for once.
How many guys do you think hit Tebow on purpose because it was just like a fun thing to say? Because he was playing like rookie ball and stuff. Well, a lot of like 19-year-old, just out of high school kids. If you're 19 and you're facing 26-year-old Tim Tebow, and you're worried because you're a young punk, you're worried he's going to rock you, and then you're the embarrassing pitcher that let up a hit to Tebow, you're just plunking him.
No, I think they're going. They don't want to be the guy that gives up the hit to Tim Tebow.
Yeah. So if you hit him, that's a way out.
No.
Well, he got hit. He got 10 hits by pitch in his 2017 season.
Good.
Good.
At OBP, baby.
Oh yeah. All right. So that's everything you need to know about Tim Tebow. Enes Kanter, fucking loser. Enes Kanter. I really don't like this guy.
I'm done. Like,
are we talking too much about him?
No. I think we're bringing awareness that more people need to be talking about him to get him off the Knicks. And I've just completely snapped, Jim. Like, it's a nightmare. I mean,
but I'm glad because I felt like you and the other talking Knicks guys were like fighting it a little bit. Like, his personality sucks, but like, no, like he full blown like sucks. He is Clint Frazier for the Yankees, social media wise.
Yeah, I mean,
that's even rude to Clint. Like, he sucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of mix of different things. Like, you want to be this silly, ridiculous guy, and every team you go to, you call, 2 or 3 guys your best friend ever, and then you do like the silly stuff. You're into WWE, and it's all fine, and you just kind of let it go, and it's like, all right, go and play basketball. But then you like lose sight of what you are in today's NBA and playing basketball. It's like, you think you're an all-star center, but you can't start on the Knicks, who are one of the worst teams in the league. And the fact that there are stories about you is part of the problem. So I'm just done with them. There's rumors of a Zach Randolph trade with Sacramento. Really praying it comes true. Whether the Knicks get a second-round pick or some cap space, I'm fine with it. But you can't do this. Like Jimmy, when
he fully explained what he did. He said it was his cheat day. He had 7 burgers in front of him, but 2 of them had 3 patties and an egg on it. So, right. I mean, it's the amount of meat. And then fries. And he was like, cheat day, blah, 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 bon appetit. There was really zero personality in the video, too. Like, he didn't make a joke or anything. And then, like, yeah, like The Rock and a lot of athletes do, like, eat tons of calories.
Right.
On their cheat days. This was like out of 5 guys. And then he missed practice the next day because he's sick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not related. Even if it's not related, I hate the burger video on its own.
Yeah, and it's Jim, when we were writing down some of the topics for today's episode, like when that one got written down, it was just like, Jesus, this is real. This is real. Like you've written sillier headlines as a joke, whether it's about CCSU basketball or something else, that make more sense than Cantor eating 7 cheeseburgers on social media and then missing practice the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's where the Knicks are at. Yeah, my UConn wins. I'm glad they did. I hope they can salvage the season a little bit. You want to say anything about the hockey?
No. Rangers lost. It was a good game. Then the Islanders put one away. Rangers' 3rd goal was kind of cool. Puck was like falling, it was bouncing, and it was falling, and the guy chopped at it just as it was falling, and like a drop kick almost, and then netted it top shelf.
Top titty.
Ooh, all right, national sports.
We'll start in the National Basketball Association. Jimmy, the refs admit to betting on last night's Spurs OKC game in the year 2025. So they haven't admitted it yet, but they did bet on the game last night. It was wild. Steelers owner Rooney Rule, hard to envision Antonio Brown on the Steelers in 2019. Jimmy, college basketball. We'll start with the ladies. All the ladies in the house say yeah. 1 versus 2 women's hoop. Or 2 versus 3, excuse me. Notre Dame takes down Louisville, 82-68. Notre Dame ran away with it at the end. Oregon, go Ducks, up 9 with a minute left, goes to overtime, loses to UCLA, 3-0 under their interim coach after firing that guy. And Jim, the game that everyone's talking about, it's circling the web. I wouldn't even normally put it on here, but it's so big with the people. Number 2, Michigan, with just like a really solid win over the Fighting Illini.
Ooh. The refs admitting to betting, like, man, what a bad look for the NBA.
Yeah, so 6 years from now, look out for that. Jim, there was 4 replays towards the end of the game. So the first one was, let's see how I hit him and how I miss him. 1, all right, so it's end of the game. The Spurs miss, tie game, the Spurs miss, and they catch it. And so the coach, immediately starts calling timeout. And so during the game, they stopped it at 0.3. So they go back and check the video, and it was clearly 0.6. Which is big in the NBA because 0.3, you can only tip it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they didn't change it at all. Just blatant. They didn't even really look at the review. It was just kind of weird. Everyone was like, okay.
Is this last night or in 2006?
This is last night.
Okay.
Last night's game. The refs admit in 2025 that they gambled on the game.
Okay. I get it now.
So So then there was a missed shot that you kind of couldn't tell if it hit the rim or not, but it would have been a shot clock violation. Like, I think it hit the gray stuff under the rim, the padding, but they said it hit the rim, which I don't think it did, and then it went off an OKC guy. So it went from OKC ball to Spurs ball. Paul George made a basket, and he thought it should have been an and one, and just did like a pretty prototypical, like, kind of look at the ref, clap your hands, and be like, "Come on, man!" And he gave him a technical in like a tight overtime game. And then there was one other play that I'm forgetting right now, but it was wild. Like, I have some OKC friends. Easy joke would be Thunder buddies. But I was watching the game with them, then we were texting a little bit. And, normally if you hear your buddy say something like that, you go back and watch the game and you're like, yeah, that call could have went this way, blah, blah, blah. I was watching it with them and I was like, you guys got hosed. So
I'm watching this 3-pointer right now. Yeah, interesting. I can't wait till 2025 when they admit it.
So yeah, you're gonna have to remember January 11th, 2019, 6 years from now, so we could dig up this footage and I'll look like a Nostradamus.
How could I forget it? That's January 11th is the birthday of the Grand Canyon, so of course I'm gonna remember. I don't forget that day.
The birthday of the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, I'm looking at my This Day in History calendar that I got for Christmas. And January 11th, 1908, Theodore Roosevelt declares the Grand Canyon a national monument.
I wouldn't say that's the birthday.
No one was caring about the Grand Canyon until it was put on the map by Teddy.
You don't think the Native Americans that were living?
Oh, they were terrified of it. They're terrified. One guy just rode his horse straight into it, fell to his death. They never went back.
What are your sources?
Oh, I got sources.
You got sources? Good.
Yeah, I got good sources. It's my map, my calendar.
Jimmy, what if you wake up on March the 3rd and the news is the New York Giants have traded their 2nd round and 4th round pick for Antonio Brown?
No, don't want him. We got one dude we have to comfort and coddle and fucking check on his ego every other play. Don't bring another one in. Barkley seems like a stand-up dude. Seems like he's an adult, but like I said, every other play, Shermer is dedicating a lot of his energy as the head coach into making sure Odell is okay.
Yeah.
So we can't bring another guy in here because then our head coach is now just a babysitter on the sidelines.
Right. He's
good at it with Odell. It works. Seems to be working.
I mean, there's just something beautiful about Eli, Antonio Brown, and Odell Beckham.
Oh, man, the quarterback meetings, they'd just be fucking ripping Eli apart. It'd be funny.
It'd be entertainment.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I had someone DM me the other day, and they were like, "Hey, do you think Jimmy's a little too curmudgeon-y about the Odell stuff?" And I was like, in a way. I mean, the guy produces, but the stuff that some of the people think you're curmudgeon-y about, like, isn't the stuff. Like, later on, they were like, he's like, "So Jimmy's mad that, like, the net stuff happened?" And I'm like, no, it's you just said it really good. It's the fact that Shermer and everyone has to give this extra energy to be like, are you okay?
Yeah, he's not an adult.
Like, are you mentally stable? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not, like, no lineman is or any other player is like the coach is coming up to him, putting his hands on both shoulders, talking to him, giving him a pep talk.
Right.
It's like energy to make sure Odell's good.
Right.
In the brain. He's fantastic on the field. Just a nightmare when he opens his mouth. Yeah.
You're big on the Twitter.
I like Twitter.
you must have seen it rush in last night. This Michigan-Illinois game.
Oh, I was watching.
The world won't stop talking about.
Are we doing this now? You want to say?
I mean, I think it's something we need. Jimmy, in the biz, they call this like a teaser.
Oh, okay. We're teasing the bet of the day segment.
Because if you haven't been listening all the way through to Jake's bet of the day, I mean, you could have retired by now.
Yeah.
If you sold your house, sold everything you owned, and you bet on South Florida to cover, what was it, 9.5?
Yeah.
2 nights ago, and then you double it because you win that bet, and then you double that by betting Michigan 9.5 last night, you could have retired by now. But
the frugal life.
Now look at yourselves. So we'll have a final bet of the day.
I know you love the Michigan. Did you watch the Oregon ending?
I did not, and I was actually surprised by this because I remember they did a cut. I forget if it was during the Michigan game or when I saw it, but they did a cutaway, and I was like, oh, Oregon playing well, and now boom.
So they were up 9 with a minute to go, Jake. But the cool thing is that UCLA went to the line down 3, so made the first one. Then they had to hit rim to tie it, and they did it. Dude banked it off the rim. The guy at the bottom of the key tipped it, and then one of the guards up top ran all the way down, grabbed it, dropped it in to tie it. Rarely do you see that play work.
No, tough play.
Remember when Central tried to run that play, but they got a lane violation and they just lost?
Yeah, that was tough.
That was tough. All right, let's go to halftime. I have some Stat Boy updates for halftime.
Okay.
1, the Native Americans who lived in the Grand Canyon are the Havasupai people.
Okay.
Havasupai. So you're right. The Native Americans did mess around with the Grand Canyon. Only one tribe, though. There you go. The second thing is, this isn't an update, but check this out. Tim Tebow with 2 outs and runners in scoring position hits 346 with a 358 on base percentage and 782 OPS. That's pretty nuts.
Blessed.
He's blessed. Comes too. I wonder if now when he becomes married and he starts fucking all the time, if his if he's going to just like become the best ever or the worst, or it's not going to affect his game.
I mean, it might all go away. He might have lived the life of getting HJs and BJs, and he'll find out that he's never going to get those again.
That's true. How has no one come out and said it? if someone slept with him, I feel like
I think a couple people have leaked it, but they were, and I don't want to say this. I don't know if this is a shot at Tim or a shot at the gals that did it, but it was like college sorority girls that had nothing to lose and were just like, I had sex with Tim Tebow, and they had no evidence or everything. So everyone was just like, I guess we're just going to believe him because he's got better street cred than you do.
Yeah. That's how it
he's
works.
got the Lord behind him, Jim.
Ooh.
Jake, are you crazy? I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
I know it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Indian Science Congress speakers say Newton was wrong. Ancient Demon King had planes. No idea what that headline means, so I put it in here. Costco is selling 27-pound buckets of mac and cheese with a 20-year shelf life. What? A Seattle man who claimed to have killed his brother said, I thought he was a lizard. Man dragged dead bloody raccoon into San Francisco McDonald's and just sat there and ate with a bloody raccoon on the table. A 70-year-old elephant who spent her life in chains as a tourist attraction is finally free. A naked man walked into a courthouse on a dare, got arrested for real.
I read the news today, oh boy. And
So we got a lot of sports to do after this. I kind of skipped NFL. I'm going to end with NFL Bet of the Day.
Right.
But we can blow through this real quick.
Let's hit it 0 to 100 real quick. Can I say I'm not happy with Tim Tebow's wife? I'm sorry.
Whoa. Can I say the same thing?
Yeah. What is it about her?
I don't know. I wanted her to be like drop dead gorgeous, and I don't. She's very attractive. Come on, we're debating tens here, I guess.
Very attractive. She doesn't seem as wholesome as Tim.
Well, no, dude. She's going to corrupt him. It's because she puts a lot of smoky eyeshadow on. That's always.
Is that what it is?
It always seems like.
I
What are
don't
you
know,
doing?
man. She's obviously a very beautiful, and I'm assuming a nice young woman. But I'm telling you, the pictures I saw, I'm not excited for my Tim.
Wow.
I guess I've just always pictured some Southern belle with a grin ear to ear that'll warm your heart with one sentence, and she's not giving me that vibe.
Well, it's
She's got like city vibes. She feels like a city girl, and Tim is not a city guy.
she's 23 years old. He's 31. She's got two hyphenated names, Demi Lee Nell Peters. So, I mean, you can't trust people with two hyphenated names. Yeah. They started dating over the summer. Wow, that's a quick engagement. Former Miss South Africa and Miss Universe. Wow, she's from South Africa. Are we being rude now?
He must have an awesome accent.
She has a background in business. She's 23 years old and she did Miss Universe pageant. What do you mean she has a background in business?
Yeah, it's a background in business.
Oh, she got her bachelor's degree in.
Yeah.
She has a background in shutuppeople.com. What a dumb headline. Background in business. Right. She's inspired by her half-sister, an ambitious woman. People.com really didn't know what to write about her. She's a Christian. And she's a firm believer in women learning self-defense as it once saved her life. Wow. She was carjacked. She was carjacked, and the attacker tried to force her into the car. She punched one of them in the throat and escaped. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now we all know about her. She gets. Oh, those are two dumb fucking headlines in a row. She has a background in business, and she looks up to her sister. Oh,
cool. So do I.
Yeah. Jake, you do. You have both those things.
Yeah.
You worked for a business once.
Yeah.
This is nuts. Costco's selling a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese. Disgusting. I mean, Costco sells for wholesalers, so I think you think about a house buying this, and it's gross, but I think like a restaurant buying this and dining hall buying this, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, see, you nailed that. That's the I mean, this is going to be in guys what's it called?
Bucket, diners, drive-ins.
No. Doomsday, like they're doomsday shelters.
Oh, yeah.
And like that'll be gross.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of mac and sneeze.
Sure is. This guy killed his brother, thought he was a lizard. That's a tough break. I mean, if I saw a lizard run around and I just chopped it to death, and then I came out of whatever drugs I was on, and it turns out it was my brother, I think I'd be so mad.
Yeah. You know, I made our buddy Ken send it the other day. It's not a good video. It's the Onion Sports, the meth, the guy versus snakes. If you use enough of those words, you could find the video. It's so ridiculous, but it cracks me up every time. But this is the same situation, but not the Onion making a video and a guy who killed his brother. So.
Whoa, it was weird. He said, I hate myself more than you know. I'm going to spend eternity in the worst part of hell. Get all the reptiles so this never happens again to anyone. So he's blaming the reptiles.
Yeah, I think he's going with the crazy defense, and that's a smart play.
Yeah, I mean, dude, whatever you do, don't join them, the reptiles. It leads to death of the most meaningless kind. They are reptilians. Our ancestors called them demons. They have worm-life parasites that grow in them, and they can transfer to your consciousness into. The words are jumbled up there. So, yeah, this is a tough break for this guy. Just thought he was killing a demon lizard. Turns out it was his brother.
But, I mean, even if he's not crazy, the face you just gave me, that's the crazy defense in court. It holds.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, lock him up still, but maybe not in jail. Maybe like a psych ward. Same thing.
Somewhere where lizards are overpopulated.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That would be terrifying. That's awesome. This 70-year-old elephant. This 70-year-old elephant finally got sent free after a year in like a tourist attraction, and people are saying this is a happy headline, and it's just like, what's this elephant going to do in the wild? What are you talking about? You have a trained elephant for 70 years. You're just going to release it to the wild?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. It's mean.
Yeah. We normally make a happy follow-up story. The made up follow-up story for this is 70-year-old elephant dies his first day in the wild.
Yeah. So all right. So the only reason I put this raccoon McDonald's story in here is because I've been to this McDonald's. I think you've been to the area of San Francisco. It's 16th Street. The school I went to is on the street. It is like the crackhead heaven of San Francisco. Right. And until you go to San Francisco, you will not know, you won't even understand how active the homeless community is there.
Right.
Like in New York, the homeless just kind of sleep and sit on the ground and ask for money. In San Francisco, they run up to your face and just scream. And it's real weird because it's right next to like business section. And there's like people in suits, and then there's like a homeless guy at 2 PM just stumbling around, screaming in your face. It's bizarre. So this just made me like think, I miss when I had to go to school on 16th Street right by this thing. I don't even know where you get a dead raccoon in the middle of San Francisco.
Yeah.
But there's a video of it. He just has the raccoon on the table and he's eating in McDonald's.
That's tough.
Gross. He didn't even share any of his burger with a raccoon.
Yeah, I think, I just share Pete Davidson jokes on here. I think it was Pete Davidson. Maybe it's another comedian, but they joked about that if you want to go to 7-Eleven and it's like after dark in San Francisco, you just have to pretend to go crazy yourself. You have to be one of the crazy persons, like throw a blanket on you, wear some pajama pants, and walk with a limp and walk into 7-Eleven, and that's your only chance to not be bothered.
Yeah, that was Pete Davidson. He said like, yeah, it's fucking everyone in the daylight's normal. It's nice. Then the night comes out and it's just a whole street's full of pirates.
Yeah. It's my least favorite part of San Francisco.
Yeah, very active homeless community. All right, let's go now. We got bet of the day, and we have our NFL picks. Now, bet of the day, you're 3-0, 2-0 with a half 3-0. NFL picks, Jake. You on the special scoreboard are 0-4, and I'm 1-3.
Well, I picked the Colts. I could get the sound clip, but that's fine.
I get the sound clip of you changing. And then you saying you didn't change just because of me. You actually think both Texas teams aren't going to lose, and you think the Cowboys are going to lose.
Right. I was trying to give something for you and the fans, and I'm sorry, and I'll never do that again.
No, we appreciate it, but your record's 0-4 for this playoffs. What do you want to do first, NFL or bet of the day?
They might tie into each other, Jim. I think I've got the whole weekend to make a bet. Let's talk about the foosball.
All right, here we go. Here's our fun song. Well, wrong button. All right, the foosball. Play no foosball. Let's go Colts Chiefs.
Bitching.
What's that? Song's bitching. Colts Chiefs. All right. The Chiefs are favored by 5.5. I believe it's not the lowest spread of this weekend.
No.
You got Mahomes versus Luck. You've been saying all season that the Chiefs are going to be one and done.
Are we picking spreads or games?
Let's just pick games again for the NFL.
Okay.
Bet of the day, you do spreads. Let's just pick games.
This is just games.
Yeah. That's what we did last week, so we'll stick with just games.
Jim, you know what? I got to be a man of my word at some point. I said that these Chiefs will get upset in the playoffs because their defense is so bad. I think the Colts are playing really good right now. Their defense looks really solid. The Chiefs have no defense. And I think the whole Colts game plan, their defense plays a lot of zone, so they like to keep the play in front of them. If you're gonna beat them, it's gonna have to be long drives. And I don't know if our Chiefs are ready for that. They like doing the big play stuff. Their running game hasn't been the same since Kareem Hunt's been kicked off the team. I'll take my Colts, man.
All right, you're taking the Colts. Have the Chiefs and Colts matched up this season?
I don't believe so.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, this is going to be the first time they meet. So should I find a common denominator team to make the Chiefs? Okay, I'm leaning Colts as well because what Luck's been doing has been pretty impressive. I'm leaning Colts as well. I'm not going to change just because you're changing. Okay, so the Colts. I'm going Colts, man. Going Colts.
Okay.
We're both on the line for the Colts winning. We got Cowboys, Rams. Over-under is set at 49.5. Rams are favored by 7. Do you want to go first again?
All these gambling lines. I mean, I'm taking the Rams. I don't believe in the Cowboys.
Wow, but you didn't believe in them last week either.
Good.
So you never believe in them.
I mean, the Seahawks offensive coordinator has had one of the worst coaching games as appreciated by the internet and people that analyze football.
And they lost their kicker, and that hurt them. Kind of helped them a couple ways because they went for 2 and they had to go for it on 4th, and they ended up scoring where they would have just settled for a field goal.
Yeah, they got 2 twos. So
yeah, 2 tools, and we got 2 tools. I want because I want the Chiefs Rams to meet up next round, and we can get that 60-58 game again.
Right.
That's what I want. But I also, this sucks. I wonder if we're ever going to differ. If we're all the same, I'll change one of mine because I have the Rams as well, man.
Yeah, the Rams are the good pick. I mean, the Cowboys win this game if Zeke's a monster. Their defense plays really well in the Rams. The Rams haven't been right since they lost Cooper Kupp, but I think they got a couple weeks to plan. I think the Cowboys are kind of one-dimensional. Rams should win.
Okay. All right. Next up, Chargers, Pats. I got the Pats.
Pats.
It just seems like stupid to bet against them until it's smart to bet against them.
Jimmy, Phillip Rivers is 0-7 against Tom Brady.
That's funny. I do believe I said that if the Chargers win, I will do something, and I haven't dug it up yet.
Yeah, I think you said you're going to cut off your dick.
I did think it was some, real self-mutilation. So I got to go Pats. Fuck, we're on the same team. Let me go first so I don't feel like I'm taking the Eagles over the Saints. Are we different there?
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
Good. Got to believe in the Eagles, man. This as a Giants fan, people have been tweeting at me, and they were like, come on, how can you pick the Eagles? I don't know. Bulls. Underdogs.
Eagles are going to cover, but they're not going to win.
Okay. I want the Saints to win because of that sweet Sean Payton thing.
Yeah, the Sean Payton thing was cool. I mean, anyone who's an Eagles stan or is skeptical about the Eagles, dude, I forgot. So they kind of had their cool thing with Foles in the playoffs last year where they had like Aguilar. Their wide receivers don't impress you, but when you watch them play, they do. Like Alshon Jeffrey's huge. Aguilar does a lot of solid stuff and his speed kicks in. And dude, the Golden Tate thing, like if you actually think about it, they roll 3 running backs out there. They got the Foles show going on. They've got one of the best tight ends in the league. They've got a great offensive line. They're a really good team. They're gonna be in it.
So you're choosing the Eagles.
New Orleans is gonna be rocking though.
Yeah, that's true.
New Orleans always gets up for a good playoff game. they've been penciling in this team to go for the Super Bowl for a little while now. So
Yeah.
go.
Who's our friend in New Orleans that we met at Sam's wedding?
Our friend in New Orleans that we met at Sam's wedding. No idea.
We liked him. He was a good guy. Stole some beers with us.
That crazy guy?
He wasn't that crazy.
Oh, they were all LSU.
Yeah, LSU guys.
Okay. Yeah, LSU and New Orleans are different breeds, my friend. You got LSU the gumbo, they got this shrimp down there in New Orleans, they don't got no shrimp.
Oh, he's dying now.
And I'm sick again.
All right, I'm gonna raise the music up so we can go into bed of the day. All right, bet of the day. So is one of your bets the weekend? How does Friday work? I would have locked you into have to do a Friday game, but I think it's fair if you want to take the whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, I'm here for the people.
Evan of Evan & Co. seems to love bet of the day.
Yeah, because he knows I'm a tragically bad sports gambler.
And all I have to do is agree or disagree with you.
So he's waiting for this to all fall on its face. I don't know, Jim. Let's go to the NBA. We haven't spent a lot of time there.
Okay.
And I think, all right, I got it.
Did you just choose this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been locked into the football. So, like, I could give the football bet. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play it safe because I want to keep my 3-0 streak going. Jim, it's Patriots -4.
It's Pats are the bet of the day?
Yeah. Pats are the bet of the weekend, -4. I mean, it's just insane. Phillip Rivers has never beaten Tom Brady in a football game.
Yeah. Tim Tebow never had sex. What's he going to do soon?
You don't know that.
Grand Canyon was never a national monument.
I'm just saying. So, Jim, this is also one of those bets where it's like if you're on the other side of it, you're happy, or you fall in the 3-point area where everything is just fucking miserable. And I'm willing to take that risk this weekend because if San Diego beats them, like I'm happy. Good. The Pats got beat. Let's hear their fan base scream what they're gonna scream. Fire Belichick. Fire Brady.
You're gonna hear me roar.
Now, if the Patriots win by 3 points this weekend, it's basically going to be a hell on earth party because everyone's going to lose their bet, and the Pats advance.
And they might lose their pets too in all the melee.
They could lose their pets if they're not careful. If you get too lost in the game, so I'm going to keep this crazy train going. The Pats -4 is just free money.
And as for my side of things, I am going to play the soundbite over with the volume louder. Agree with you.
Wow.
A lot of teams out there, I would not be as – I maybe wouldn't. Like, if I was to choose a team that I thought could beat the Pats, the Chargers is the last one because the Chargers are the Chargers.
They're the Chargers. I mean, dude, the Ravens kind of had a shot in that game when they shouldn't have. And, I mean, I know the Chargers are good at a lot of different things, but there's also moments when you see Phillip Rivers throw it and you're just like, what? What was that? And, I mean, it's in Foxborough. The horn will be blowing.
I love Northeast bias.
Same song, different chorus.
I love Northeast biases, and they're kind of like pretentious and whatever. But like Conan and Mark, Marin were doing the podcast, which a lot of people recommend. I finally listened to it, and they talked about how growing up in the Northeast, the tough winters. That's why there's so many comedians that are just like brutally harsh comedians,
right?
And or was he was talking about this with Pete Holmes. Not Mark Maron. And they said if they grew up in San Diego, they probably wouldn't be funny because they just like go to the beach every day and like have fun and not need to make light of their miserable life.
Yeah.
And I've lived in California. I've lived in the East Coast. I've lived in Illinois. I subscribe to the Northeast mindset bias. Like, fans are more diehard, for sure. I mean, that's not even like really telling any lies. Like, from Philly up to New England, the fans are just way more live and die because there's nothing else to do in the winter.
Right.
Miami, now Midwest, they have nothing else to do, but they're just generally like a nice-minded people. So I subscribe to it. So like if a team from San Diego is going to come to New England and win, it doesn't jive with my brain and my bias, which I know is a bias.
No, man, there's something to it. I mean, USC football is down. Look at the good college football programs. I mean, South Carolina is kind of a nice area, but Clemson is, but like Bama, the whole SEC is in a glamour region. Ohio State, Columbus, Ohio, Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think we're saying anything other people haven't said before, but like glamour region. That's a good way to put it. Glamour regions are worse at sports.
Yeah, I mean, San Diego and Miami, I mean, just look at the track records there with all of their sports teams. And it's terrific. The only one that debunks it is LA, but LA is kind of LA. I don't know how you want to label that.
Well, they got a lot of smog there, which makes them that grindy feel.
Okay, we'll smog it.
Yeah. San Francisco's got Carl. That's the name of the smog. But that's like a weather-induced smog where LA's like gross. Emissions.
San Fran's not great weather. I said it.
I like fall, but I don't like fall. I just like turning of the seasons.
Right.
All right. That ends the show. Thank you guys. Another good week of Jomboy and Jake Radio. Thank you guys very much for listening. Leave a review if you want. If you leave a review in the month of January, you will be up to win. And whoever won the December T-shirt hasn't claimed it. I should probably tweet it out or something because you got to claim it. I got to know who you are. I got to know where to send it. I got to know what size. I got to know. I got to make the design for you.
You can pretend to claim it. Leave a review.
Leave a review. Have a good weekend. Any advice for everyone this weekend, Jake?
Enjoy it. This I think is probably supposed to be the best weekend of football because the wild card you're supposed to have a mismatch or two. This I think this is supposed to be the best weekend of football. Try to enjoy that.
All right, see you guys.
I know. I shoot tequila from Costa Rica. I gotta tell ya, best friends, you are my fucking best friends. Seriously, it's like the best night ever. This song, I'm really feeling this song. This song, fucking best song ever, ever, ever.